Welcome, race fans. We are back tonight with the NSRA Super Speedway Truck Series here at Daytona for their next to last race of the season. Tonight, the top 8 take to the track, and after tonight, only 4 drivers will be eligible for the chase finale next week at Talladega. So, gonna be a good one. They got it. This is gonna be a very, very important race for 8 guys. But tune in later tonight, or well, I should say it's probably already live. I-State Series that is going on right now. Tomorrow night, the All-Pro Racing Pro 4 Series trucks and the Extreme 99, Extreme Motorsports 99 K&N Series. That's up on tomorrow night here on MaxSpeedTV. All right, looking at the race analytics here before we get to the points. 65-degree air temperature, 68-degree track temperature. They're going to be doing 100 laps here tonight, 250 miles. Tire window about 40 to 60 laps, but they may change tires under cautions and stuff. Fuel window about 17 to 20 laps because they're only running 50% fuel, so there's going to be quite a few pit stops. Pit road speed 60 mile an hour. Now getting to the important part, only 8 drivers eligible for tonight's next to the last race here. Chris Whitaker, David Anderson, David Gainforth, Russell McCarron, J.D. Crow, Daniel Harrington, Todd Poston, and Len McNeese, all zeroed out at 2,000 points coming into tonight. So 4 of them drivers will fall off after tonight's race, and only 4 drivers will be eligible for next week's season finale. So it's going to be a good one tonight. This is going to be a very, very important race for all 8 of those drivers. Where will they finish? They got to finish enough to make it into the top 4. All right, we're just a few minutes away from the national anthem, and wanted to thank all of you for tuning in tonight. We appreciate that very much. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on the video. Make sure you do subscribe if it's your first time here. You can check out our website at MaxSpeedTV.com. And follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV. All right, folks, we're going to step away and play the national anthem. We'll be right back with qualifying underway.
Can you see twilight lies gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red blast, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the fray, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight to invade the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save this land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the brave, and the home of the
All right, folks, we're back. Qualifying is just getting started, so you haven't missed anything. See who's going to be our pole sitter for tonight. Going to be very important for these guys, and as we've seen in the past here, the last few weeks, there's been guys that are actually not in the chase, that are winning the races here or finishing inside that top 10. So it's been taking spots away from the chase driver, but tonight it's going to be the top 4 moving on. 4 drivers will be eliminated after tonight's race. All right, looks like we got our first pole, and that is JD Crow at the top of the leaderboard. David Gainfort, second place. Donald Bennett third. David Anderson fourth. Oh, David Anderson just got bumped back to fifth. Doug Johnson come in fourth. This is their first lap. And not a very big field here tonight. We only got about maybe 19, 20 drivers, which I'm kind of surprised. But, you know, usually we see a lot of this in leagues that when they do not, they're not in the chase. They just don't go out there and run with these guys because they don't want to eliminate one of the chase drivers or you know, wreck one of the chase drivers and cause them to be taken out of a chance for the chase. So, and Les Levy to the top of the leaderboard. Nice lap, 51.321. Nice. Chris Akers second. I think Chris is coming around. I'm not sure if he's coming around to take his second lap or he's in the Reese's truck there. Let's see what he does. They only get a couple of laps here, so Russell McCarron, one of the chase drivers, not taking a qualifying time, and neither is Todd Poston or Chris Whitaker. So, well, what, 1, 2, 3 of the chase drivers not taking a time here. And Jesse Unruh at the top of the alert. Unruh. I got to get that locked into my head. Jesse Unruh to the top of the leaderboard, knocking Les Levy back to second. One heck of a nice lap right there. 51.296. 25 one-thousandths of a second quicker than Les Levy. Tim Williams in a new truck there. MaxSpeedTV, nice truck there, Tim. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the little sponsorship there. Thank you, Tim. That's awesome. We still got a few MaxSpeedTV fans out there. All right, looks like Jesse Unruh is going to hold on to it, so that'll do it right there for qualifying. All right, let's run down through the official grid here, get everybody accounted for. Jesse Unruh taking the pole with a 51.296. Congratulations to him for grabbing that, knocking Les Levy off of the pole, so Les will start second. Chris Akers third. David Anderson, one of the chase drivers, in fourth. Daniel Holloway fifth. Doug Johnson starting sixth. John Johnson seventh. Len McNeese in eighth. Donald Bennett ninth, and JD Crow rounds out the top 10. Tim Williams in the 11th. David Gainforth well, it's too late now, Todd. So, but David Gainforth in 12th. Peter Bailey 13th. Russell McCarron 14th. Chris Whitaker 15th. Jason Kinzer in 16th. Stephen Herman in 17th. Todd Poston 18th. And Russell Hancock rounding out the field in 19th position. All right. Well, I guess it put Les Levy in the running, but it's not going to show it here because Daniel Harrington did not make it tonight, so that automatically puts Les Levy into it. So that will kind of change it up here a little bit. So Les Levy will get that he will get that shot at it. Yeah, I can't change it now, Todd. Yeah, okay, gotcha. No problem. But anyhow, yeah, that does kind of change things up a little bit. So now, instead of Daniel Harrington in there, Les Levy will be part of the chase. We'll reflect that. I can't change the overlays now, but that will reflect it right there. So we'll make sure that we do announce that, you know, Les Levy is in the chase. All right, here we go, folks. As I said, though, we get guys that are not up here. Well, Les Levy now is in the chase, so he'll be starting on the outside of the front row there in second place. So this is going to be pretty important for him to have a good run here tonight. Qualified the closest to the front of any of the chase drivers, so that's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing in itself, yeah. Hey, Crazy Dan. Yeah, okay. We got you. We got you covered there, Les. We got you, Les. Les is in the chase now, so we're good to go. That's a shame Dan couldn't make it tonight. You know, real life situations get in the way of us playing our little man games here, so racing games or whatever, you know, real life situations do get in the way. All right, here we go, folks. Getting ready to start. 100 laps here tonight. Pace car heads in. Jesse Unruh on the loud pedal. Green, green, green. We're underway here at Daytona for the next to the last race of the season. Only 8 guys eligible for tonight for the round of 8. All right, they all get up to speed here. It looks like Daniel Holloway bucking up. Oh, man, a little bumper action going on between him and Chris Akers right now. And it looks like they're going to pull to the outside. They come over in front of Les Levy. And wow, what a power move. They just go right on by. Les can't quite get down in there. He's trying. Gotta be careful. But here comes David Anderson, one of the chase drivers, up behind Les now. Oh, off the track there, Tim Williams, Donald Bennett. I seen a bunch of them off the track. Nice save, but I see a little bit of damage on that right front corner of Tim Williams' truck. Well, he's made some contact. J.D. Crow, 12th place for him. David Gainforth. These guys, chase drivers, but they're way in the back, keeping themselves so they don't get damage on them trucks. Going to be very important. Jesse Unruh now in third, never even got to lead the first lap of the race. That's just how hard these guys are trying out here right now. John Johnson, it's a shame John was eliminated last week from the chase. That's a shame because definitely a good racer. We've seen him last season, led pretty much the whole season. So, and here goes Daniel Holloway looking to the outside. No help up there right now. Hoping Les Levy can get up there with him. And Les comes right up on him, and he's going to make it 3 wide. They're 3 wide for the lead. David Anderson's not going to go with Les this time. He's going to stay on the bottom and go with Daniel Holloway. That's going to shuffle Les back behind him. Glenn McNeese coming up through. Brand new paint job looks like on that. Hardee's. Very good. If I remember correctly, and don't quote me on this, but I think he works for Hardee's. He's like a store manager or something. Don't quote me on that. I'm thinking he does. Well, since Chris Akers got out front, boy, he is showing some power now. Here comes Holloway up on the high side again. Started from the 5th position. Didn't take him long to get up here to the lead. David Anderson hanging on, trying to keep himself. He said he's going to race a little different tonight, knowing that he's in the chase. He wants to be locked into next week, so he wants to keep himself in position here, and he's going to try racing the way he usually races. Not going to try to get involved in any wrecks. They do have a couple of resets here tonight, but man, you do not want to use them. And if I remember correctly, I think it was last week, David used both resets by lap 10. No, by lap 30, I'm sorry. By lap 30, he was out of resets. So that's not something you want to do on lap 30. Don Johnson doing real well here on the bottom, picking up 4 positions since the start of the race. And here comes Donald Bennett up on the bottom. Donald not in the chase, but I'm going to tell you, good racer right there. Don't never count out Donald Bennett. No sirree. Love the new MaxSpeedTV truck there. Actually painted by Chris Akers on Daniel Holloway's truck there. He did an amazing job. Yes, sir. Amazing job. Thank you again, guys. You're awesome folks. Awesome guys. All right, Chris Akers still leading that front row. Daniel Holloway on the outside. Been a bid for the lead for quite some time now, but he just can't quite get that oomph to get by him. You got to be very careful you don't overheat these things for sure. If you get any engine damage on them, it's going to be very difficult to cool them down, or you'll have to use a reset in order to get a new one. So, all right, let's ride along here with Tim Williams. Now he's on the upper side, high side with these guys, working behind our new inductee into the top 8 here, Les Levy. And Les, whoa, man, looks like he may have got into the back of David Anderson a little bit. Made some contact, kind of checked up a little. Very awesome. Len McNeese now working it. Still hanging on to the 8th place. And here comes Doug Johnson. He started 6th, but he's drifted back to the 9th place. Not in a big hurry to get to the front. But I did want to point out the guy that's been leading for most of the season, Chris Whitaker, finds himself all the way to the back of the field. Now, he does not want to lose a draft at all cost, but he is keeping himself in position here to where if something does happen up there, which we know it's a very good possibility, these guys get racing pretty hard, things can happen, and he does not want to get caught up into anything and have to use them resets. He wants to come out of here with the maximum amount of points that he can get tonight. All right, battle up in the front here. Jesse Unruh goes to the high side, up in front of Daniel Holloway. Jesse says, doggone it, I got the pole, but you guys didn't even let me lead the first lap. He's digging. You gotta dig, man. You gotta put that truck in every nook and cranny you can try to find to get up there. And Jesse is gonna lead that lap. So good job. Good push here by Daniel Holloway. David Anderson now finds himself on the bottom. I'm not sure if that's really where he wanted to be, but I think he's kind of trying to play it safe here right now. Him and Les Levy close there, almost making contact. J.D. Crow, high side for him. And here comes Jason Kinzer into the picture, bringing the Gravedigger truck. I like to call it the Gravedigger truck. It looks like one. Looks a lot like one. Oh! 3 wide there for a second. Russell McCarron gets shuffled back. Yes, sir. Him and Peter Bailey side by side now. It's getting exciting now, folks. Tim Williams with that little bit of right front damage. Let's take a look at it and see just how bad this damage is, and if it could affect the speed on it. Oh, that ain't going to tell me anything. Whoops, my bad. You can see a little bit of damage on that right front corner. He's got actually quite a bit of damage. So I'm not sure, as long as he stays in the draft, he might be okay. Game fourth. Chase Driver sitting back here. This is kind of his signature move. Him and Todd Poston both working together here, it looks like. And they're just taking it a little bit at a time. It's a long race, 100 laps here. You don't need to get up there and lead a whole bunch of laps. All you got to do is be the leader of that last lap. John Johnson. Oh man, what happened there? Donald Bennett went down below the yellow line. Now he's got to find a safe way to get back up onto the track, and he does. He goes back to 13th. Well, they got back around John Johnson pretty quick. Now it's Jesse Unruh and Daniel Holloway in the lead, and Jesse's going to lead his second lap. Don did actually lead a lap, so he does get a bonus point for that, but he is not in the chase. Les Levy, the closest to the front of all the chase drivers, now in fourth place, working with Chris Akers. Eddie Crow making a move on the outside, getting a big push from Jason Kinzer. He'd like to nothing more than to get up here and win here tonight. This is turning in to be pretty interesting here. A lot of guys trying to get up there. Bonus points are going to be a factor. You want to try to have a little bit of a point lead there. You want to be one of them top four in the points to move on to next week. Oh, Les Levy, out of shape. Good save, though. Chris Akers kind of backed off and let him get regrouped. Donald Bennett to the high side now. He was just out of below the yellow line there a few minutes ago and saved it, and now he's up to the high side. He's staying away from that yellow line. That yellow line's not kind to you, let me tell you. Lane McNeese now back in 11th. Doug Johnson 12th. Doug was up there in the front a little bit ago, bidding for the lead, but wasn't able to get it. And to the front, J.D. Crow dropping it to the bottom in front of Jesse Unruh. And he does get a bonus point for leading the lap. Very nice. Here comes Jason Kinzer on the high side. Big push from Russell McCarron. Not quite enough to clear J.D. Crow to come down in front of him. But if he can stay out front there, he'll lead his first lap of the race. I know these laps are immaterial to these guys, but oh, we got a bunch of them coming in, folks. First round of pit stops coming in. Holloway, Chris Akers, these guys all coming down pit road. This is the first of the pit stops. Now, this should be a daytime race. We should be able to get this in before dark. I believe it ends like around 7, so they should be able to get it in before dark. All right, so Chris Akers leading these guys off. He'll lead the parade back off of pit road. These guys coming in now, I think, are going to be coming in pretty quick here. Kinzer to the front leads his first lap. Him and Russell McCarron, they get down in front, and the rest of the field's coming in. They are all peeling off, folks. Holy smokes, look at the gaggle of trucks coming to pit road. And wow, what a great job. Not one person messed that up, man. That was amazing. Great job, guys. That was absolutely amazing. All right, our pole sitter coming in. All right, let's see where that's going to lead these guys. Chris Akers and Daniel Holloway coming around. And they're going to probably, they're going to be taking over the lead here. And now Daniel Holloway gets around Chris Akers. As the rest of them guys are coming off of pit road, they're going to be trying to get up the speed. I don't know. Jesse Unruh is with David Anderson. If them two can get hooked up together and get off pit road quickly, get up to speed, they may not get passed by Chris Akers and company, because they're coming up with a full head of steam. Yes, sir. Daniel Holloway leading that group. And look at this. What a power move. Wow, what a power move. Jesse Unruh, he got out of his truck. He thought maybe he was stopped. He said, man, are we moving? Just kidding. Just kidding. That's all right, though. They'll get caught up. Him and David Anderson, they'll get caught up. Russell McCarron, Jason Kinzer. We're going to see a big pack of them all get caught back up here. The ones that did not have a good pit stop, though, Russell Hancock, Les Levy, John Johnson, J.D. Crow. These guys did not have quite as good a pit stop. And it looked like everybody did a 2-tire pit stop. Nobody did a 4-tire pit stop. This is what makes it fun. Watching all the different pit strategies is pretty amazing. Okay, so they got about 16, 17 laps on that run. The first group come in with about 16 laps on them, and the second group come in with 17. So we'll see how that shouldn't really matter. It shouldn't really make a difference. Here comes Jesse Unruh on the high side. Him and David Anderson working together, getting a little help. Chris Akers pulls to the outside and is going to get a little draft off of Jesse Unruh. Oh, they're going to go on the high side. They get together. Oh, no. First caution of the race. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my. Let's go back and see what happened here. I'm going to go to the far chase view because I think I can see a whole lot better right here. I'm on Chris Akers. Now, he comes to the high side. You'll see him come to the high side here and comes up, I think, to kind of put the, not really block Jesse Unruh, but to try to get this pass. Okay, he comes up to the high side. They're down the backstretch. Now, this is where Jesse Unruh is going to come up on him with a full head of steam, and he says, man, I can't lose. And they make contact. Oh, my. Well, looks like maybe Jesse Unruh might have made contact with Chris Akers there. I don't know. Chris might, I think it was kind of one of them. They both met in the middle. Chris was coming up and Jesse was wiggling a little bit, and they just made contact. Well, it's a shame for him this early in the race for that to happen. But the good news is they have resets. And neither one of those guys were chase drivers. But David Anderson did get caught up into that, and he is a chase driver. So, he got a little bit of a bumper deal there. And Chris Whitaker, he gets by. Very good. All right. So now a lot of those guys in the back will have to come to pit road. I'm not sure if everybody's going to come in. They got about 4 laps now on this. Yeah, I think everybody's going to come in. You know, you might as well. You might as well. So I'm going to try to stay on point here talking to the chase drivers. So I'm going to talk to, let's see if we can get Chris Whitaker up here, if I can find him. All right, Chris Whitaker, you got a copy?
You sure do, Rudy. What's going on, man?
All right, tell me about the call to stay out there knowing everybody else pitted.
I'm going to get it next time.
Okay, because you want to get that point led, right?
Absolutely. Every point counts, man.
You betcha. Well, it's been a very good season for you. You've led pretty much the whole latter part of the season, and everybody's chasing you. And then you come into this, the round of 8, everybody's even now. All 8 of you are even. So it's going to be very important to be one of those top 4 guys to get the points to move on to the next round. So I know it's going to be a lot of hard work for you, Chris. Can you do it? You think you can do it?
You know, there's a lot of great drivers in this league, and I just hope I'm lucky enough to be there at the end.
All right, brother. Well, I wish you the best of luck out there, okay? I wish all the chase drivers the best of luck out there. It's very, very good to see them 8 that are in there right now. This man is amazing driving. So good luck.
All right, thanks, Rudy. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Hey, Brandon.
What's up, Rudy?
Not much.
How you doing this evening?
I'm doing well. Calling this race here, top 8. Moving on.
That's exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Hate I missed that one.
Yeah, I know it. It would have been nice to see you in this one, man. That would have been cool. Your team could have used you.
Yeah, yeah. We're still pretty well represented.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, we talked to David Anderson before the race there, and he said that he was going to change his strategy a little bit and not use what he's been using all season. He's going to go for the gusto. He's going to, you pretty much, in a super speedway race, you pretty much got to. You can't lay back. You can't sit back and hope that it comes to you. You've got to work hard for it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Oh.
crazy things can happen at any given moment here, and it just completely throws any plan that you had made and worked on for laps at a time, just completely throws it out the window.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I just wanted to talk to you. I mean, you're more welcome if you want to stay in the booth with me if you're watching the race, and call the race with me if you want to. That's up to you.
All right, yeah, I just got into it. I'm gonna jump down there and say hi to the guys and feel them out,
right.
and I'll get back with you here in a minute.
All right, just poke me because I'll have to drag you into the booth.
I got you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, pretty cool. Brandon Herndon, man, I've raced with him a couple of times, and man, I'm telling you, what a racer! What a group of really fun guys to hang out with. David Anderson. Let's see who all's in there. Of course, Brandon, J.D. Crow, Jesse Unruh, Jason Kinzer. What a great bunch of guys, man! I've had a blast. They're just so much fun in TeamSpeak. We have such a good time. Hey, Platinum, how you doing there, buddy? The number 99, 99, where is the 99? I do not, oh, there he is, Tim Williams, there he is. Yeah, and check out the new paint on the truck, MaxSpeedTV. Yeah, baby. Heck yeah, awesome paint job. Yes, sir. I gotta thank Tim from the bottom of my heart for running that paint job. That is so awesome. Yes. All right, back up front here as we got the 1 to go sign here, and we will be going green next time by, restarting on lap 24. David Anderson, Todd Poston on the bottom, Daniel Holloway, and J.D. Crow on the high side. These guys were not caught up into that wreck. Well, actually, David Anderson was. He did get a little bit of nose damage. Now, whether he used a reset or not, I do not know. I'm thinking he did. I don't know how significant that nose damage was. It looks like he did, because I don't see any damage on the front of his truck. So he did get a little bit of damage. But he's okay. He's still got a whole nother reset to go. All right, once we get going here, folks. Uh-oh, J.D. Crow just, wow, for a second there. Where did he go? He fell out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, J.D. Crow having connection problems. Or some, yeah, oh, man. He's going to have to go to the back of the field or something there on the restart. Pace car is in. And David Anderson on the loud pedal. Yeah, man, I don't know what happened to J.D. Crow there, but he just went to the back of the field. I hope he gets his connection issues fixed, because, man, we don't want to see one of the chase drivers taken out due to a connection issue. Oh, that's not a good thing. I hate to see that. It's kind of out of your hands, you know. And look at this, the 2 MaxSpeedTV trucks working up there together. Daniel Holloway and Tim Williams. That's 2 of them, I should say. They've got it going on here, working together. On the bottom, Todd Poston coming from 18th place, almost dead last. Well, he was dead last, actually. That's awesome. Good run for Todd Poston. Now Len McNeese finds himself into 5th place, picking up 3 positions after that pit stop. Donald Bennett on the high side. Things are changing a little bit here now. David Gainforth working his way up a little bit more. Guys are getting a little braver here, working to the front. Les Levy now in the chase because Dan Harrington did not start. And, oh, I seen smoke there. Chris Whitaker goes to the back. Kind of where he likes to ride, I guess. He did not like being up so high. But he'll be up there. He'll get caught up here with Les Levy, and they'll work together. Anderson, right where he wants to be right now, in the front. Oh, big wiggle there by Tim Williams. Wow, that could have been really bad for a couple of the drivers there. And he's still wiggling a little bit there. He needs to get that under control. I know these trucks are a handful to drive. They really are a handful to drive. Well, I hear that from some drivers, and then I hear from other drivers they're not. They're a lot of fun. Todd Poston looking to the outside, comes out there with Daniel Holloway. Just about took the nose of Daniel's truck off, and Todd Poston's going to lead his first lap of the race, and he comes down in front of David Anderson. Bonus point time right there. Cha-ching! Yes, sir. Good job. Russell McCarron, one of the chase drivers, working at it here. If he could stay in front of Chris Akers, I'm going to tell you, Chris Akers and J.D. Crow, they could get you to the front. He's in with a good pack of trucks up there. Jesse Unruh, Chris Akers, J.D. Crow, those guys will get you to the front. He needs a bonus point. It would be a big help for him. Yeah, he has not led a lap. Len McNeese has not led a lap. Les Levy has not led a lap. J.D. Crow did, though. J.D. Crow did lead a lap. Well, it looks like he's got his connection fixed now. He's back in it. But the brand new leader, Todd Poston. And I think David Anderson's thinking to himself, you know, there probably isn't a guy out there that he'd rather be behind right now. If he wanted to be behind somebody, be behind one of the drivers that he is battling here with for this chase. Todd's had kind of an up and down season, but he's kept himself just in the grasp of that chase. So, man, I got to give it up for him. He's done excellent. Keeping yourself in that position is key here. Peter Bailey. Peter Bailey eliminated from the chase round, but man, very good driver. All these guys are excellent drivers, man. This is some of the best super speedway racing I've seen in quite some time. These guys really know how to put on a show. I hope you guys are enjoying the show here tonight. It's a lot of fun. Okay, we're creeping up on the third of the way mark here. Guy's got about another 8 laps or 7 or 8 laps to go before it'll be second round pit stops. Ooh, and Todd, man, big wiggle there. Oh, and David Anderson with a big wiggle. Jason Kinzer now up to 5th. Started 16th on the field, folks. Jesse Unruh comes to the bottom with him. And that's going to allow the outside there. Russell McCarron may get a good run here on the outside. Another wiggle. Holloway dips it down to the bottom. In between Len McNeese and Todd Poston, and Len's going to get a lap led. And just a few laps ago, we didn't think Len was going to be up there leading a lap, and he does lead a lap. So there's a bonus point for Lynn. Very nice. Good job there, guys. It's kind of making everything a good even playing field. David Gainforth has not led a lap yet. Of the chase drivers I'm talking. Chris Whitaker did lead one. He stayed out there under caution just so he could get that bonus point. Les Levy, now in the chase, has not led a lap. JD Crow did. So now it's coming down to a lot of these chase drivers getting that bonus point, knocking that out of the way. So now it's just going to be up to who are the top four are going to finish closest to the front at the end of this race. And now that the whole field's caught up together, it's in a whole new ballpark of, oh man, Peter Bailey up high, and he's going to get shuffled out. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Russell McCarron gets by, Chris Akers, J.D. Crow, and then Donald Bennett. Yep, Bennett's going to get by. Unless he's going to let Peter Bailey down in there. I think he's going to. Yeah, he does. Very nice. Very, very nice. Now that's what you call good race etiquette right there by Donald Bennett. Awesome job, brother. Yes, sir. And he takes it to the bottom. Excuse me. I didn't mean to cough in your ear. Well, I think it's about that time, the way these guys are racing up here, I think it's about that time to do a little crank it up. Let's see if we can do this. Up there, Russell McCarron to the lead. And is he going to get a bonus point? He's coming around here. Big pusher from Tim Williams. And looking good, and he gets a bonus point. Gosh, I think we're down to only about one more guy that has not gotten a bonus point, and that's David Gainforth. But I didn't want to mention it. John Johnson, they had a moment there a little bit ago, and John almost hit the wall. I think he did actually hit the wall. But these guys now working on it here. Les Levy back here, David Gainforth. Those two in the chase with Chris Whitaker. And they're going to shuffle John to the back. And Donald Bennett, I don't know, man, he is totally out of the draft right now. But Chris Akers back in the lead, folks. Oh, and him and Jason Kinzer both come down the hill. And they leave, who is that up on the high side there? Doug Johnson by himself. Oh, man, poor Doug. He needs to squeeze down in that bottom somehow. Find a little hole to get into. He's going to go backwards really quick now. He's going to have to fall in behind Todd Post, and there is an opening there if he can get over in there. He's not going to, though, and J.D. Crow fills that void really quick. Well, now them guys are way off the pace back here, about 7.5 seconds behind that leader. Golly, man, they've got to pick it up here a little bit or hope for a caution. Uh-oh. We got guys coming in. Yep, we got guys coming in. Boy, they're a little early. No, they're right on. Yeah, they're right on. So now this second group's going to have to come in. Let's see if they're going to come in on this one. Chris Akers now pitted a little bit later, but I don't think he's going to want to stay out there by himself. So he's probably doing a little communication here with Len McNeese, Daniel Holloway, and these guys to come down pit road together. You want to come in together and leave together. So about half the field come in already. And here they come. Here they come. Yes, sir. Coming into pit road now. This is the second group to come in, making their second round of pit stops. That's going to put, we got guys that are, let's see, they're David Anderson leading that group. They're just getting back up to speed now. Jason Kinzer, Russell McCarron. That other group come in, John Johnson and them guys, so they are just now getting stopped. Chris Akers coming off of pit road. Let's see if they can maintain this lead. Him and Daniel Holloway got a little bit of a break there ahead of Len McNeese. Now Len come out third place, and Peter Bailey fourth. Now if those four can get hooked back up and get back up to speed before David Anderson comes around, which they're just now coming around now on the backstretch, coming out of turn 2. If Chris Akers and them can get up to speed in time, but they're not quite up to full speed. So they're probably going to get passed up there by David Anderson and company. Yeah, they're coming up on him pretty quick right now. So far, so good, though. Chris Akers is holding on to it, but they're not tucked up together. Holloway's a little bit apart from them. So here goes David Anderson to drive by on the outside. Let's see if he's going to get all of these guys, and he is going to get all of them. Even though Akers is up to speed now, David Anderson will take over the point. Is he going to drop it down, him and Kinzer? Only him comes down the hill. Kinzer stays up on the high side. Russell McCarron, Jesse Unruh now back into 6th place. Hey, Michelle. Yes, it is. Sunday night's always a busy night for broadcasting. It is, yeah. Chris Akers gets another run, him and Holloway. And, man, they come down in front of David Anderson. What a pass. Man, I'm telling you what, these guys are really putting it on here tonight. Wow. Showman. I can't think of a better word for it than these guys being showmen. And it puts a heck of a show on, I'm telling you. Kinzer high side, working with Russell McCarron up there and Jesse Unruh. But Len McNeese, one of the chase drivers here now into this mix. Oh man, what happened there? David Anderson up the middle, making it 3 wide. He chickens out of that one. Yeah, it's a little early for this 3 wide stuff yet. Kinzer to the lead. Is he going to lead this lap, or is Russell McCarron going to? Russell already led one lap and got the bonus point, but he comes around with a big pusher from Jesse Unruh and does lead another one. I'm telling you, these guys are really doing an amazing job right now. Glenn McNeese, Peter Bailey. Now that second group, Todd Poston and these guys are way back 10.7 seconds back. They need a pit stop, or not a pit stop. They need a caution, excuse me. Somehow J.D. Crowe got a lap down. That's not what he wanted. Oh man, how did he get to be a lap down? Must have been a black flag he had to serve or something. I'm going to guess and say that's probably what happened. Could have been speeding on pit road or something. One of the chase drivers, and man, I don't want to see that. These guys need a caution so he can get back on the lead lap. Donald Bennett all by himself again. Golly, man. Him and, David Gainforth coming in again. Oh, what's going on? These guys serving black flags or something here. Oh, man, what a bummer. There's two chase drivers with penalties. As far as I can tell, penalties. I can't think of any other reason why they would stop like that. But David Gainforth now coming back off the pit road. But he's going to be a lap down and possibly 2 laps down here because the leaders are going to be coming up on him. Les Levy drives by, Les by himself. And he's not that far ahead of these guys, about maybe 10 seconds ahead of the leaders. They're going to come around and gobble him up pretty quick. Yeah, they should be coming up on him pretty quick here. Chris Akers, Jesse Unruh. Let's ride along here with Jesse. Look how close these guys get. And they're going to be coming up on Les Levy here shortly. Probably somewhere between here and the next time they come around. Yeah, he's just up ahead of them guys. And big push there by Jesse Unruh. And puts Russell McCarron back out front. I was kind of hoping that AJ McCarron would be here tonight. I don't know if some of you know that I've just found out tonight AJ is a pro football player. Right now is playing for the Texans. He usually races here tonight, but this his cousin is in here, Russell McCarron. That is AJ's cousin, and he's racing in the chase and doing well. But AJ usually runs here, but he's not here tonight. I was kind of disappointed because I had a whole Wikipedia page pulled up of stats on AJ McCarron. Yeah, I had a whole page of stats pulled up on him, man. That was pretty awesome. I just found that out tonight. It's pretty cool. That was something interesting to talk about. Well, Michelle, I did to crank it up, but I can do it again. Believe me, I have the technology. Let's do the crank it up again.
Caution, yellow flag.
Well, that didn't last long. Let's go see what happened. We had a couple of them get caught up into that. Looks like Jesse Unruh is going to be one of them. So let's go back and see what happened here. A couple of other guys here. Might have been a bumper hook on that. Let's see what happens. Okay, they're coming up on lap traffic. Something to do with it, I don't know. Yeah, they're coming up on David Gainforth, it looks like. And when they go to the high side, see, this is where they get kind of gets checked up here a little bit. Right there, Looks like Russell McCarron went high, come back down in front of Jesse Unruh, and he's going to take out a few other drivers along with him. Len McNeese going to get caught up into that. And, of course, these guys trying to miss it. David Anderson gets punted from behind by Peter Bailey. And they actually go up the hill. Jesse tried to get away from that, but it just wasn't going to happen. Russell McCarron come up and tapped him. So, boy, I'll tell you, what a ride Jesse went for. Man, what a ride, huh? It seems like every time I go crank it up, something like this happens. So, it didn't last time, but, man. Well, terrible luck for these guys, but hopefully they can get it all fixed up. They do have resets. But Chris Akers out in the lead now. Let's see, what chase driver are we going to talk to next? You know, a guy I really wanted to talk to, and I'm going to follow him here. I'm sure he's going to come down pit road. But that was a big break for Les Levy. He's going to get back on the lead lap. So I'm going to get a word in with Les here. Just a second. Let me find him. Les Levy, you got a copy?
Rudy, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing well. Well, big break for you there. Now you're going to get back on the lead lap. I know you're coming to pit road. I'm going to hold up talking to you while you're coming down pit road.
10-4, appreciate it, Rudy.
All right, so Les, where do you go to from here now? It looks like you're going to come back out 11th place. You didn't get involved in that. Have you saved both of your resets?
No, Rudy, that first wreck when they all jammed them up, I got to talk to my brake manufacturer and they need something a little stronger. Came to a screeching halt and met Chris, 4-car chocolate at the door. So, fortunately, I had to use one early. So,
Well,
kind of a tough night.
Now, the word is that because Dan Harrington was not here tonight, that puts you into the chase. What do you think of that, man? That's pretty awesome.
Well, you know, after tying and getting in last week and then having the tie reverse and not getting in, I'm just lucky to have a chance. But it's going to be a little tough after that first wreck. So anyway, It's a bonus. So, you know, just got to finish top 4, and that's all I got to need to do.
Yeah, that's going to be the most important thing here tonight. We haven't led any laps yet, and the only other one besides you that has not led a lap here tonight of the chase drivers is David Gainforth. And right now he's a lap down, so you got to get up there and lead you a lap there, brother.
Yep, 10-4, but you know, Rudy, simplest thing is either to win it or finish P1, P2, P3, P4, then nothing else matters.
Well, that's true.
You know.
but see, they're already 1 point ahead of you. They already got that ahead of you. You know,
that is
so.
true. But, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Finish
I
in
know
the front, easiest way to do it, and stay away from that higher math.
Yeah. Well, I know it's tough to pass out there, and you know, you got your work cut out for you on that. Are you working with somebody close by right now that can help you?
I think right now I'm taking it wherever I can get it from. Got a lot of guys being real courteous to the chasers, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, that I gotta agree with right there, man. I've already seen a lot of it, a lot of respect going on out there tonight for you chase drivers. So that is great. All right, well, good luck out there, Les. That's all I can tell you, man. Just get up there and lead one lap and get that bonus point like everybody else has got.
Yep, 10-4. Really appreciate all you guys do at Max Speed.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Good luck.
Be good.
All right. So Les is going to be restarting from back in 11th place. All right, looks like Gainforth is going to stay out, so that... But that will still leave him a lap down. Yeah, he'll still be a lap down. He's trying to get back on the lead lap. He's got plenty of time to do it. Don't get me wrong, he's got plenty of time. But, you know, we got plenty of laps. We're only at the halfway mark right now. Yes, they are. AJ and Russell, yes, awesome people, yeah. Well, I kind of ran across that when I was talking to JD Crow and David Anderson and those guys. They were telling, JD Crow filled me in on that about AJ McCarron being a professional football player. Man, he got bounced around a little bit, but from college to, he went to, I think it was, I forget, but Cleveland was in there, and the Browns, and then he went to Buffalo, and then he went to Oakland, and now he's playing for the Texans. So, but there were some other ones in there. I actually closed the Wikipedia page, or I could have told you about that. But it is pretty cool to have somebody like that. I mean, a professional football player in a sim race. That's awesome. That's awesome. Nothing like crossing up your talents a little, you know. And great racers. Him and Russell are both great racers. They are cousins, and they're in here together. It's a shame AJ couldn't be here tonight, though. I was all prepared because I wanted to talk a lot about him because his stats are really amazing. He played backup quarterback, and man, I'm telling you, great stats. Yeah, you can Google him, AJ McCarron, and you can check out his stats. He's got pretty amazing stats. All right, here we go. Back to green, folks. Restarting on lap 53. Pace car heads in.
Green, green, green.
Chris Akers takes the green flag. We're back underway here at Daytona. One more race to go. Now, I think they're going to be off next week. I do believe they're going to be off next week for the holidays or something. I forget how they're going to do that. And then we'll be back the week after that for the season finale. If that's what they're still going to do. That may change. I don't know. But that'll be for the round of 4. Only 4 drivers are going to be eligible for next week. Which 4 it's going to be, anybody guess? Johnson still in it. You know, we still got 2 guys a lap down here. Peter Bailey is 1 lap down. David Gainforth is 1 lap down. Now, them guys will be fighting for the lucky dog position just in case another caution comes out. Right now, David Gainforth just went by Peter Bailey. David's in the chase. Peter is not. So Peter probably just gave way to David. Let him have that, because as I said, you're seeing a lot of respect out here right now. JD Crow back on the lead lap, but he's at the tail end. Not to worry though. JD will be up there when the time is right. He said he's really going to try to be one of them top 4 tonight. Whitaker for the front. Second half of the race has put him in a whole new perspective here. He's not going to go to the back now. He's going to try to keep in the front here, I do believe. He hasn't been the points leader for the second half of this season for nothing, right? He's been up there for a good reason. Anyway, it's a shame Dan wasn't in the chase this season because, man, what a good racer. He's a great pusher, great racer. John Johnson's back in it now. From Doug Johnson, but he's okay. Oh, Len McNeese, be careful there, Len. Big wheel. Russell McCarron back into it now after that big wreck. A little bit of damage on that right rear corner. Let's get down here a little closer and check it out. You can see the damage on the back of that truck. Maybe saving that reset just in case he needs it later on in the race. I think he's got 1 left. I don't quote me on that. Please don't ever quote me on anything I say. I'm only guessing. I know he used one earlier, but I think he's got one left. Chris Akers hanging on to the lead. What a pack of trucks out there, folks. I'm telling you. Whitaker, high side. And the wiggling around you see is the arrow coming off of these trucks. They're just that, the arrow around these things is just that much. I mean, it's pretty unbelievable. The way they've got these trucks set up this round after the last couple updates, I should say, they've made these trucks really, I'm not going to say difficult to drive, but where the driver's got to be kind of right up on the wheel now, you know. Big push there from Holloway, and that's going to put Chris Whitaker out front, and he leads another lap. All right, Whitaker drops it to the bottom in front of Chris Akers. One of the best pushers in the business right there, Chris Akers. There's no getting away, though. All he can do is just try to keep him out ahead of Holloway. Holloway's already led a couple of laps. He knows how to get there. Let's check in on Todd Poston, one of the chase drivers, riding right behind Tim Williams on the bottom. Les Levy getting a big break there and getting back on the lead lap. He had just got lapped before that caution come out. Oh, Gainforth falling backwards down through the middle. Oh, man. Wow, he fell way back. Oh, we got a wreck. Kinzer. No, Kinzer. Let's go see what happened to Kinzer. Oh, man, Jason Kinzer, great bigger truck. Let's see what happened. Not sure. I know David Gainforth, he went back through the middle. You'll see that here in just a minute. He goes back through the middle. Kinzer goes high. Plenty of room there. He gets by. Oh, right there. Oh, my. Yeah, that was it right there. Looks like Russell Hancock come up the hill into... right into Jason Kinzer. I don't know. Could have been some aero push. Could have been faulty equipment. Something may have failed on his setup or something. And he comes up and takes out Jason Kinzer. Well, let's hope the Mission 22 truck there's got a reset. The race wouldn't be the same without the Gravedigger truck in it, right? It just wouldn't be the same. Peter Bailey's going to get a piece of that. Yep, Peter Bailey gets a piece of it. And I think Gainforth is going to luck out. Man, there was some neck coating there, so he may have got a little bit of damage on that. Wow. Well, let's see if they're going to come to pit road now. All right, we're going to try to get a word in with somebody here, one of the chase drivers, actually. Let me see. I wanted to talk to Len McNeese. Len McNeese, you got a copy?
I got you, Rudy.
Well, Len, how's it going out there for you tonight? Are you excited about this chance to get into the top four?
Well, I was, but I've been in the wrong place at the wrong time, 2 different times, and now I'm out of my quick repairs, so.
Well, the race it's winding down. Hopefully you'll be all right from now on. But, man, I'll tell you what, it's been hard to pass out there for you guys, hasn't it?
It's been hard to pass, and they've been a lot of hard racing going on. These guys are really putting it to the front. They're trying to stay up there, and I guess with the points race on the battle too, everybody's trying to get ahead of everybody.
Well, it's come down to the end of the season here. The best of the best still hanging in there, and you've got yourself into this top 8. Do you think you can get a top 4 out of this tonight to move on to next week?
It's going to be tight. I don't know if we can have some green flag runs and get it to finish it out. I've got an opportunity, but if we keep, if they keep piling up like they are in front of us and getting a little impatient, then it could that could wash it all out the window.
Sure can, and quickly too. We know how super speedways can be, right, Len?
Yes, sir. You can get caught up in somebody else's mistakes, and these trucks, since iRacing still hadn't updated the get them back to normal, they're still weaving all over. The aerodynamics are off on them. They don't have a good draft package, and if you're behind somebody, they really get real wobbly.
Yeah. Well, all I can say is the best of luck to you out there, Len, and man, go get them. Get in that top 4.
Well, I hope we can, Rudy. I appreciate it. Need all the help we can get and all the pull we can get for us.
Yes,
we do hope so.
All right, buddy. See ya.
Thanks, Rudy.
You were in a coffee shop? Yep. All right. So Chris Whitaker hanging on to the lead. Daniel Holloway second. Chris Akers in third. Doug Johnson fourth. John Johnson fifth. Len McNeese sixth. Donald Bennett seventh. Tim Williams eighth. Russell Hancock ninth. And David Anderson rounds out the top 10. Well, let's see if we'll try to we got enough time here. Let's see if we can get a word in with Todd Poston. Find him real quick. Todd Poston, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Todd, how many resets you got left?
I got 2 resets so far.
Okay, but you do have a little damage on the truck.
Yes, sir. I got some in that damage or that wreck right there.
Okay. So we've seen you up front. You've led some laps. You got the bonus point out of the way. Now it's just keeping yourself in grasp of that top 4 moving on to next week. So
Yeah,
what do you do from here?
I'm gonna try and baby it around, not burn this fast repair right now, and see what'll happen. Try and keep it till the very end.
Okay, you guys got 2 fast repairs, right?
Yes, sir. We have 2.
Okay, and you haven't used any. Wow.
Right.
Well, I'll catch up to you after you make your stop.
Oh, you're fine.
Well, we've seen other guys that have been caught up in some stuff, so a lot of guys have used a reset. We've got actually a couple of the chase drivers, Russell McCarron, David Gainforth, J.D. Crow. These guys are having a tough night here tonight, so that's kind of making your chances a little bit better.
Yeah, I hate that they're having issues tonight.
Yeah. Les Levy, he's, now that he's in the chase, it's making it tough for him. That's kind of a shame Dan Harrington didn't make it tonight because, he worked his tail off to get to that position, and I hate to see that, but.
Yes, sir. Yeah, he put a post up saying that his PC wouldn't start tonight.
Aw, sounds like a power supply problem or something.
Yes, it does.
Oh, man. You just never know about them things. They can go out the drop of a hat. You never know. So.
Agreed.
All right, brother. Well, I'll let you go. Good luck out there, Todd. And, man, I hope you make it to the next round.
Thank you, sir. We're going to try.
Hey, just by chance, did Chris talk to you about getting together after the race?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And one other question. Are you guys not racing next week?
We are not.
Okay. You're off a week, and then you'll be back for the season finale.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Good deal. All right. Thank you, Todd.
Thank you, sir.
All right. You were in the coffee shop? Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Well, I guess Brandon didn't want to help.
Green flag, green flag.
All right. We're back to green. Chris Akers taking the green, or Chris Whitaker, excuse me. Get them two confused. Taking the lead back here. And boy, Whitaker he's on a mission here tonight to try to make sure he is good as one of them top 4 moving on don't want to count out these chase drivers, guys. I do not. You know, you still got JD Crow that's trying to, well, it looks like he's got damage on his truck, but he's trying to hang in there. Les Levy, I'm not sure what happened there, but he is off the pace again. David Gainforth, 1 lap down. And Russell McCarron on pit road. That's going to ruin his chances of making it in. Oh, no, Russell. No. I hate to see any of them chase drivers out of the race. Russell just went 4 laps down. Oh, my. Him and Jesse Unruh sitting on pit road. Donald Bennett up to 4th place. And what a guy he's got pushing. Man, he's in the mix of a good one right there. Oh, Holloway. What happened to Holloway? He's pulling out. He's going to the back. He comes down in front of Todd Poston. Maybe he's going to help Todd get to the front. Daniel not in the chase, but he knows Todd is. Maybe there's going to be, they are teammates there, so they may be working together. He's going to try to be the puller there for Todd. Todd's got that little bit of damage. Todd will be okay as long as he's staying in behind somebody with the draft. Him and JD Crow both. I see JD's got quite a bit of damage in the back of his truck as well. Yeah, he's got, whoa, wow. Yeah, that truck's banged up pretty good. Okay, he's running, let's see, about 180, about 190 in the draft here, 191. And if you go up front, check out these guys in the front here. Chris Akers, 193. So they may be about a mile or 2 faster an hour. So that might be why they're losing the draft there a little bit. I'm very proud of Donald Bennett, man. He has kept himself in good shape here tonight. Very proud of him, man. Good job there, Donald. And John Johnson up front, battling beside Chris Whitaker and not going to make it that time. Trying to get a push there from Doug Johnson. I do not know if they're related. I do not know, but I'm the wrong guy to ask about that. Well, let's figure out how to make tiny. What? Michelle. Can't make it tiny. I don't know what you mean. I'm not sure what you mean there, Michelle. All right, Tim Williams. Boy, the high side's getting more trucks up there than the low side's got right now. Jason Kinzer back in it after that big wreck there he was just in. The moderator. Showed up for his son.
Yellow flag is out.
No, we got another one. Oh, no. Okay, Michelle, give me a minute here. Let me go back and check out what happened here. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but let's go to the far chase view again. Okay, now Kinzer was involved in this, so I don't know what happened here. These guys are getting awful racy in the closing laps. Oh, man, I think that's what's going to happen right there. Doug Johnson, high side, Kinzer. Okay, here we go. These guys come up in front of these guys. And contact here, maybe. Golly, man. Right there, he goes 3 wide. Kinzer going to go up the middle, and he makes contact with Doug Johnson, Daniel Holloway, or Tim Williams, excuse me. Len McNeese, Todd Poston dives to the grass to get away from it. And Tim Williams takes his car behind the wall. He is done. Wow, but I think Jason Kinzer come out of it okay. David Anderson across the grass. Boy, he is doing everything he can to avoid this stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean there, Toby Keys, whose unanimous shows up for his son every week. Maybe this week you can share your mentor magic everyone seeks out. You're like the all-powerful Oz. What do you want me to do, Michelle? I'm not sure if I'm following. What do you want me to do? What do you need me to do? I don't know what you need me to do. All right, pit lane pretty busy right now. Jesse Unruh sitting on pit road. David Anderson on pit road. Man, this is going to hurt. This is going to hurt big time. Whitaker off pit road first. All right, so like I said, I want to talk to the chase drivers. So let's see if we can get JD Crow up here. I have not talked to JD yet. JD Crow, you got a copy?
Good afternoon, Rudy. Evening.
Wow,
I got
man,
a copy.
It's been a battle out there tonight. Have you used all your resets?
Well, Rudy, I got door slammed about lap 3, and so short story, I'm out of quicks, and I've got tore up a couple more times. Just trying to survive. I know it's not the show we wanted. Just seems like some things are going on that aren't normal for the league tonight with a lot of guys in here, and it's unfortunately affected I think all 8 chase drivers at some point.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the only one that's actually come out of it pretty good was Chris Whitaker. And, you know, that's the guy that you guys have been chasing pretty much the latter part of this season. But,
yeah,
you know, you're still in it, and you're still okay. You know, there's a lot of, like you said, a lot of chase drivers have been affected by this. So that put them well behind you. You know, you got Russell McCarron, David Anderson, David Gameforth, Les Levy, Len McNeese. You're ahead of all them. So you're still in it.
Well, I'm gonna run it till it won't run anymore, Rudy. And you know, I hate Gainforth a while ago. It caution didn't come out, but he just flat come across my nose coming through the trial going. And you know, a little closer than he thought we were, and it hooked him. Yep. But I hate that it turned him. But we're gonna try to survive this whatever we can. You know, out of support team, everybody around them in front of me up here's got quite a bit of help. So we're just gonna try to stick with the pack and get to the end and count the points in, see where we stand. Well,
I'm going to tell you, if the wheels turn, do not give up.
Oh, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. You don't have to worry about that. There was moments when I thought it was over, and here we are, cruising around in 8th with about 30 to go. So
that's right. Well, tell David I said that too. If the wheels turn, get out there.
Yeah, unfortunately for Dave, he got beat up pretty bad, used his quicks, and I think he blew his motor right there trying to get back around. So he's done. Same thing happened with Rusty. I mean, it cost him a motor, so he's probably, 20, 30 minutes in repairs. So it's.
Oh my gosh. Well, keep digging, JD, because I think you might be pretty close to being right on the curb of making it in or out. You're kind of like right on that edge,
Yeah. Well, we've had a fast truck all night. We've gone to the back, come back up to the front. We actually got a bonus point for leading. So we set all our goals and it kind of met what we anticipated for the night, finishing, ahead of 4 or 5 other chase drivers is the last checkbox. So we'll see what happens.
All right, brother. Well, good luck out there, JD.
Thank you, Rudy.
Yes, sir. All right, so they line back up Chris Whitaker and Chris Akers on the front row. Michelle, I don't know what you mean, lady. I don't. You got to be a little more specific when you're asking me stuff like that. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I don't know what you're asking me. Put it that way. I don't know what you're asking me. All right, so they will have to make one more pit stop as we get ready to go back green here on lap 73. So they'll still have to make one more pit stop here, but the way the cautions have been playing out here, let's check out the caution count. 4 cautions we've had. But we've had 22 lead changes. Pretty amazing. All right, here we go. Back to green. All right, pace car's in, and there goes the green. We're back underway here at Daytona for the next to the last race. This is a round of 8 right here tonight, and these guys are really putting on a show here tonight. Man, I know it's so hard for them. A lot of the chase drivers are having difficulty. They've been taken out. Russell McCarron with a blown motor. David Anderson with a blown motor. It's been pretty difficult. Les Levy, David Gainforth, both a lap down. And they are in the chase. So it still comes down to J.D. Crowe, Len McNeese, Todd Poston, Chris Whitaker. These guys on the edge of making it into the top 4. You got to finish the closest to the front here. And right now the battle here between J.D. Crowe and Len McNeese will make it interesting. Guys trying to pick and choose who they're racing with right now. Trying to get back up to that front. I don't know, where'd you go, Michelle? I guess you were Whitaker, Johnson on the high side, working with Chris Akers. And these guys have pulled away a little bit here. Donald Bennett, the last one in that group, and then it's a little ways back to Len McNeese. Len McNeese and J.D. Crowe battling. One off the track. One off the track. That was Doug Johnson, and it looks like he has blown the motor up in that. Not one of the chase drivers, but looks like his night might be over. Hopefully he's got a reset. He can get to pit road and get that thing fixed up. Be back in it. And now to these 5 trucks that have pulled away. Chris Akers, I'm trying to follow this here because we have Chris Whitaker, Todd Poston, Daniel Holloway, John Johnson, and Chris Akers. Okay, that's your top 5. Then it goes back to Len McNeese. He is actually behind Les Levy. Les Levy actually got bumped into the chase, but running in 11th place. But he is ahead of David Gainforth. Those two battling to see which one is going to make it into the chase. It may come down to those two for the 4th place. You never know. Because we've got Chris Whitaker in the chase, Todd Poston. Then we go back to Len McNeese. So that's 3. Then J.D. Crowe 4. So, and these guys have got quite a bit of a lead. Les Levy's a lap down. David Gainforth is a lap down. Yeah, so we may have the 4. That is J.D. Crowe being the 4th guy. Yeah, that is, oh boy. This is going to be interesting. He might just barely make it in. Poston goes to the outside. Looks like, oh my gosh, are they? Oh, I thought they were going to try to go 3 wide. Holloway up there with Todd Poston, and they're going to get a pretty good run. And everybody's going to go by Chris Whitaker. What the heck? What did Chris do to them guys? Chris, did you not send them Christmas presents to them guys? What the heck? And to the front, Daniel Holloway. And maybe John Johnson hanging out on the outside, so he'll probably go to the back of that pack. Or Chris Whitaker or Chris Akers might let him in there. I'm not really sure. And that looks like that's what they're going to do. Yep, and he falls into place. Akers stays in the back. So we'll change into the guard here between these five. But the important one is back here between Len McNeese and J.D. Crow. These guys trying to stay alive here. That would be third and fourth. Those guys, the way they're running right now, that would be third and fourth in the points, making it into the next round. Now Les Levy just outside. He is a lap down. Well, he would not be in the chase. David Gainforth would not be in the chase. So them guys praying for a caution right now to try to get up there. Les Levy leading these guys. Les inherited the chase here by Dan Harrington not showing up tonight. Back up front, Holloway and Poston. And they got one more pit stop to make, and who's gonna, if anybody's gonna short pit it, they're gonna have to do that here in about the next 4 or 5 laps. They could short pit it and get that first pit stop out of the way. But the way the cautions have been falling right about the time when they need to come to pit road. So it could be a tire issue. I don't know. Everybody's been pretty much staying on a 2-tire change. Some of the guys in the back doing 4 tires. J.D. Crow sat on pit road there for quite a while trying to get a little bit of that damage fixed up. He's okay as long as he stays in the draft. If he gets out of that draft, he is going to go back. And we don't want to see that happen to J.D. He's the 4th guy. If he can make it in, he will be the 4th guy in the chase right now, the way they're sitting. That is the way they're sitting right now. 20 to go, folks. 20 laps to go. They still got to go another couple more laps, about another 4 or 5 laps here, enough to put them into the window of making it with that last pit stop. It can go about 16 to 17 laps on a tank of fuel. Michelle, are you there? Trying to send a message to Michelle to find out what she really needed in chat there. Yeah, Holloway looking for the win here. It's a shame, like I said, that he's not in the chase. But Todd Poston right now took over that point as the first chase driver. Chris Whitaker next. And then we go back to Len McNeese. He would be the 3rd one, and J.D. Crow the 4th one. That is if we stay green the rest of the way. Oh, no. Really, Donald? I didn't go back and look at it that much to see what happened there, but, oh, man. So your Knights, oh, okay. I didn't see that. I'm sorry, my bad. I did not see that. So you're out of the race then, Donald. Oh, man, bummer. I was really counting on you to win this thing tonight, Donald. Well, these 5 breaking away from Glenn McNeese, which is 9.8 seconds back. Russell Hancock is involved in one wreck there, and I believe he's used a reset to get back into the picture here, but running in 7th place. Back up to the front here. I'm sort of trying to type to Michelle. And these guys coming in to make their final pit stops here, folks. Chris Akers, Todd Poston, Daniel Holloway, Chris Whitaker, and John Johnson. All right, so as they come off a pit road here, sorry, I'm distracted. Chris Akers, Daniel Holloway, and Todd Poston off pit road first. John Johnson now by himself, about 6.8 seconds back. Chris Whitaker, what a ways back. JD Crow now 6th place. Just ahead of Len McNeese. Both of them guys will make it into the chase for the next round if they can keep it up. Let's see, Les Levy, he'll be just outside, and so will David Gainforth. They won't be moving on to the next round. David Anderson already out, and Russell McCarron. So 4 drivers won't make it in, but 4 drivers will. And Chris Akers in the lead right now to at least get the win with 10 to go. Will be 11 to go, excuse me. And a 3-car pole race for them guys. John Johnson losing more time to these guys, but he's okay. He's now working with Chris Whitaker, keeping Chris alive in this chase. Chris, one of the top guys, he's been in the point lead for pretty much the whole latter part of the season. And you can see by the ticker there that where the chase drivers are running and who is going to be the top 4 to make it in. That's going to be the most important thing. Right now, J.D. Crow and Len McNeese are the last of the 4 that will make it in. If they can stay right where they're at, keep running the way they are, they will be in the next round. So it'll be Todd Poston, Chris Whitaker, J.D. Crow, and Len McNeese, the way they are right now. Because the other drivers, Les Levy, David Gainforth are a lap down. David Anderson also was here out of the race. So, man, it's come down to this. 9 laps to go, folks. Akers wanting to win this. Holloway wanting to win it. Todd Poston coming from 18th position, dead last on the field. And here he is going to be the top chase driver, pulling out the highest position of any chase driver out there tonight. It's going to be interesting to see if these guys can finish just like they are. If a caution come out now, oh boy, it would change a lot. That would actually put David Gainforth back on the lead lap, I do believe. Him and Les Levy still battling for that position. Les is behind David Gainforth a little bit. So that would put one of them back on the lead lap, and they would have a chance to get inside that top 4. Because we know J.D. Crow's got quite a bit of damage on his truck. He's just trying to hang on here. He is the 4th guy. I'm sorry, he is the 3rd guy. Len McNeese is the 4th one now, the way they're setting. Len trying to get that run there, working with David Gainforth on the high side. They're going to try to get around J.D. Crow. Not that it's going to matter for position in the next round in a couple of weeks, but just for the track position out there, just to get a higher spot. Well, I'll tell you, it's been a very interesting race out here tonight, I gotta say. These guys have put on one heck of a show. I gotta give it up to all of them. They've done an excellent job here tonight. 4 cautions and 100 laps. I know a lot of people take that any day of the week. It's been very difficult to pass, very good racing. I hope you all have enjoyed the show here tonight. If you have, give us a thumbs up on the video, and don't forget to subscribe if it's your first time here. And you can check out our full broadcast schedule at MaxSpeedTV.com, and also follow us on Facebook at Facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV. That second group starting to come around. They're starting to close in on that front group. It could wind up to be a pretty interesting battle here before this is over. Eddie Crow mired in this pack, but just trying to be inside that top 4 to make it in. Yes, sir. John Johnson leading the parade here. Running in 4th place, but these guys are 9.5 seconds back of the leaders, but they are gaining on them. I don't think there's enough laps for them to get there. You'll be able to see the leaders way up ahead of them. They're just about a full straightaway ahead of them. Yeah, they're gone. They've checked out. 9 seconds. Like I said, they're gaining, but it's not going to be enough. Not going to be enough. Russell McCarron back out on the track after that long wait to get that truck fixed up. And he is up on the high side here. See the lead pack coming by. And there they go. 3 wide to get around him. But he is back on the track. Picking up positions. That's the main thing. All right, 3 laps to go. Chris Akers, Daniel Holloway, Todd Poston. Are they going to finish like that? Or is Daniel Holloway going to pull Todd Poston around the outside, go by Chris Akers, try to get the win? Are they going to go 3 wide at the finish line? Let's wait and see, because this is where it all comes down to the good battle right here at the end. Hey, Sarah. DiNapoli, Sarah DiNapoli. Pit stops are done. Coming to 2 to go this time by. Second group now down to 7.5 seconds. Not enough time to get there. I'll tell you it's going to be close, but you know what they say, close only counts in hand grenades and horseshoes. So I don't know. They're not doing either of them out there tonight. J.D. Crow, Len McNeese, and 3rd and 4th. Todd Poston's going to be the one that's going to finish the closest to the front. So those 4 will move on. If this stays green the rest of the way, that's the way it's going to wind up to be. Todd Poston, Chris Whitaker, J.D. Crow, and Len McNeese will be moving on to the next round in one more lap. One to go. White flag in the air for Chris Akers. Are they going to pull out? There goes Daniel Holloway. Poston's going to go with him. Oh, they're going to hang Chris out to dry. Oh, my gosh. Holloway for the win. What, DiNapoli? I think you said that was right. Here they come. Akers to the outside. Poston, they're going to go 3 wide at the line. Who's going to get it? Oh my gosh, you're going to do it. And Akers wins it. Holy smokes. Poston going to get 2nd. Holloway 3rd. Wow, congratulations to our winner, Chris Akers. We'll get these guys down here. Don't go anywhere because you got to listen to this. This is going to be good. I'm sure these guys got a lot to talk about that last lap. We caught up with tonight's winner, Chris Akers, as he's going to light them up for us and do a burnout. Congratulations, Chris. Tell me about it. I knew you guys were going to do that 3 wide coming to the end, man. That was so awesome.
Man, that was a fantastic race tonight, Rudy. That was a blast. We got that late pit stop, and we left the last 3 guys behind us. There were 2 guys that took off for the win. That was a fun time. Our team worked great together, Holloway and Todd. That was awesome race.
Yes, it was. Well, you guys got that breakaway there after that final pit stop, and it come down to just you 3. And I knew what it was going to come down to, that you 3 were going to be, battling for this win. So, man, I'll tell you what, it was a big congratulations to you, Chris. I know you did everything you could tonight to try to maintain that position. And I think you might walk out of here with the most laps led tonight. I don't know. I didn't look at it. But, man, tell me what this means to you. I know you're not in the chase. You just got eliminated. But, man, if you were in the chase, man, oh, man, it would have been amazing. You know?
I know, right? I told you last week. I said I was going to go out here and win all 3 of them. So I got one more to go. I'm 2 for 2. Let's go for 3 for 3.
Oh my gosh! Well, who you got to thank for this win, Chris?
Oh man, got to thank you for doing the broadcast as always. Thank you for the fans for coming out and watching us. Without them, shoot, we'll be really much out here. And most of all, my teammate, Holloway, and then Todd Poston, Lynn McNeese, and we got I think Russ with us, and Dan. And shoot,
The Rocket.
it's a fantastic night, man. What can I say?
It was.
I'm getting excited.
Well, now you got a week off, and you're going to come back Talladega here in 2 weeks for the season finale. I know you're not in the chase again, but are you going to try to get out there and get that win again?
Shoot, yeah, we will be. It was David Gainforth was the other one with us, and we worked fantastic as a team tonight. It was perfect.
Yeah.
But heck yeah, I'm going for that win again next week.
Well,
We'll take it 3 wide, do whatever I have to.
Kind of a shame that him and Les were eliminated tonight, and David Anderson, Russell McCarron. But it come down to Todd Poston, Chris Whitaker, J.D. Crow, and Len McNeese in the chase next week. Is that correct, Todd? Am I saying that correctly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, man, I'll tell you what, that's going to be a wild race in a couple of weeks. Not next week, in 2 weeks. So, all right, well, Chris, go celebrate that win, man. We're going to try to get a word in here with Todd and find out what the deal was there, man. Oh, man, that was amazing. Good job.
Thank you, Rudy. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. All right, Todd, tell us about this. You were the top chase driver in this latter part of the race. Tell me about that.
Just good run, good pit strategy. I hate that a few of the guys got taken out before the race was even midway, but I don't know. There's nothing we could have done about it. I apologize to those guys.
Well, man,
I wish they were there racing at the end.
Oh, yeah, I'd like to seen it, too. I'd like to seen all 8 of you right up there in the front battling for this win. And not only that 3 wide at the very end like that, it was crazy. Well, you couldn't decide which one you wanted to go with there for a second. You went with Daniel, and then you decided to go with Chris, and then you dove to the bottom to try to get 3 wide, and you wound up passing them. You must have had a big run right there.
Yeah, I had a big run. I was trying not to use it too early, and I felt if I had pushed Chris, I'd have run out. They'd have got back together, and I'd have been hung out more.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, great job out there, Todd. Well, it puts you into the chase now. So, Talladega in 2 weeks. What's the plan there? You going to work with the same team you got?
Yes, sir. We're going to try and win this thing in 2 weeks.
Oh, man. It's going to be crazy. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. Oh, man. It's awesome. Well, it was kind of too bad that Daniel Harrington was out of it, but it put Les back in it. He was in it, then he was out of it, and now he's back in it. So, he was even confused. I talked to him earlier. He says, "Let's see, I was in it, then I was out of it, now I'm back in it." So
yeah, it was a little bit of an up and down week for Les there. We had a mistake with the points that put him in, and we had fixed it. It took him out. Then when Dan didn't show up, he got back in. We decided we wanted all 8 there just in case. We wanted the 8. We wanted them to run.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. That was a fantastic finish. You guys did amazing. That was just amazing. So, all right, well, we'll see you back here in a couple of weeks. But who you got to thank for this second place finish, Todd?
I want to thank you for doing the broadcast. I want to thank Chris and Daniel for pushing. And then, like I said, I want to thank the whole league just for showing up all year. I know a lot of stuff happens every week, but I'm just glad they show up every week.
Well, I got to say, I seen so much respect out there on the track tonight by non-chase drivers. Guys were getting out of the way and letting the chase drivers go. And I mean, just so much respect out there. You guys have really got a good thing going on here, man. I hate to see you. I don't want to see you lose that. It's hard to find drivers, especially in the super speedway series. It's hard to find drivers that'll give that much respect out there. You got to think about, you give a little this week and maybe they'll give a little next week, so it's kind of a sharing thing. You got to do that. So
yes, sir.
All right, Todd. Well, thanks, and we'll see you back in 2 weeks and see if you can get that championship. And good luck for that.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Rudy.
All right. All right, third place, Daniel Holloway. Daniel, almost, brother.
Almost that MaxSpeedTV truck.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what, it would have been great to see it in Victory Lane, but, you know, it would have been great to see you in the chase, too, you know?
Yeah, but late start in the season and just trying to get a feel of everybody in here.
Yep.
Akers and I, we know each other pretty well, and boy, those pit stops, man,
Yep.
when they come, and we hit it, you know, precise almost every time, and that's what gets us up there.
Yes, that is a key. You know, I always say races can be won and lost on pit road, and you guys just proved it tonight, right there. That's just amazing. So, tell me about that last lap, Daniel. I mean, you didn't know who was going to work with who right there on them last laps. Were you guys in communication with one another?
We were talking, but you know, a win's a win, and we wasn't gonna get, you know, just let Akers win it just to win it. Todd didn't want to win it just to, you know, him to win it and give it to him. We wanted to race it out cleanly, and look what it did at the end there, 3 wide.
I know it.
I think I made my move a little too early there, but that was fun, excellent. You know, us three talking, especially being on the front. I wish the Rocket, Lee, and you know, David was up here too. I have a feeling I'm missing somebody, but something happened on that restart, and next thing you know, it 5 of us pulled away before that pit stop, and then after that pit stop, it was just me, Todd, and Chris. And by the time we were up and ready to go, I looked at behind us, and I think it was John and Whitaker were like 4 or 5 seconds behind. And I said, it's us 3 guys, so all for 1 and 1 for 3, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, they were closing. I mean, if they'd had probably another 5 laps, they would have been right up there with you. But they finished 5.7 seconds behind you guys. So that's, I mean, they came from like 13 seconds back, and they closed that much. Yeah. So pretty good. All right. Well, who you got to thank for third place, Daniel?
Just like to thank Todd and everybody in this league for NSRA, Max Speed, you know, sponsor on this truck. You, Rudy, of course, you know, always put one heck of a show on here. All the fans that are watching, Sarah, Amanda, everybody out there, rooting for everybody. You know, that darn Reese's truck. I don't know if he's going to get that 3rd win, you know, in a row there. Might have to put a stop to it or somebody.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But,
well, thank you for running the MaxSpeedTV on your truck. That is so awesome, Daniel. Thank you so much. Chris outdid himself when he painted that. That is just beautiful, man.
He sure did.
Hey, I'm gonna bring the house next week for you there, Holloway.
That's right.
All right,
we got to make something out of these non-chasers. Some excitement.
Yeah, right.
True. That's
hey,
true.
we can upset the playoffs as much as anybody else can, so we got to be out here to race with these guys and give them a good field and put on a good show for the fans. So that's what we're out here to do.
Totally agree.
All right. Well, Chris, don't forget, I wanted to talk to you and Todd afterwards, but let me run down through the final results here for everybody, and we'll get out of here. All right, running down through it. Let's see. Chris Akers pulls out the win here. Todd Poston finishes 2nd. Daniel Holloway 3rd. John Johnson 4th. Chris Whitaker 5th. Peter Bailey finishes 6th. J.D. Crow 7th. Russell Hancock 8th. Len McNeese 9th. Les Levy 10th. David Gain 4th, 11th. Donald Bennett 12th. Doug Johnson 13th. Jason Kinzer in the Gravedigger truck. I always call it that because it looks like it. He finishes in 14th. David Anderson 15th. Tim Williams 16th. Russell McCarron 17th. Jesse Unruh 18th. And Stephen Herman actually officiating tonight. All right. Well, I do want to congratulate the 4 drivers that make it in tonight. And that is Todd Poston, Chris Whitaker, J.D. Crow, and Len McNeese. They will be battling it out in 2 weeks at Talladega, folks. So make sure you tune in for that. That's going to be an awesome show right here on MaxSpeedTV. So until then, folks, stay safe and have a good night.
Bye.